It's 4 for 179.
1,000 metres, the caller, John Russell.
Waiting for You Remember, which has a ton of speed. Rocky Sprint and also Pitcairn Edition. They're the last two to come forward. Pitcairn Edition number 5 and Rocky Sprint to move in. And don't forget the Japan Cup tomorrow. You'll see it live on Sky Channel at 5:20. All the action from Tokyo with the Japan Cup. Our representatives Rough Habit and Jearn. And it will be a most interesting race. You'll see it live on Sky tomorrow. 5:20 starting time for the Japan Cup. Set to go, race 5 here at Caulfield. Lights on, they're off. Good start, 2 and over on the outside. Rocky Sprint, one of the first to jump out with Pitcairn Edition, followed by Blackbeard. Elenon began well and going fast along the inside as Barcara, being followed by Spondula. Facile is in behind them, then You Remember, followed by another Lustre, and tailing out to last is Mr. Elegant, settling into Strider, and it's Barcara over on the inside by a head to Elenon, a length and a half, Rocky Sprint and Spondula. In behind them is Blackbeard, a length further back is Facile, You Remember. Over on the outside, Pitcairn Edition, followed by Mr. Elegant and another Lustre as they make the home turn, 450 to run. Barcara on the inside, being joined by Elenon as they straighten up. Elenon looks to be going slightly the better. Heads a turn for home. Elenon on the outside has taken a slight lead from Barcara. Spondula running home well down the outside, and deeper on the track was another Lustre and Rocky Sprint, You Remember. Elenon takes the lead with 150 metres left to go. Spondula's trying to get to Elenon, but Elenon battling on tenaciously in the final stages will be too strong. Elenon by a half length to Spondula. Close for third, Facile or Barcara, just ahead of Mr. Elegant. And in behind them is another Lustre, followed next home by Rocky Sprint from Pitcairn Edition. Blackbeard's run second last, and You Remember is the last home.
2 for 48 here at the Gabba. 2 boundaries to Graham Thorpe.
And McGrath, number 1, paid $2.90 and $1.40 at race 5 at Caulfield. 1, 7 and 2. McGrath here bowling with a nice breeze, coming from cover across to mid-wicket now.
Randwick race 6, the RCA Eastern Zone Charity Handicap over 2,000 metres, and your caller will be Johnny Tapp.
Churchillian. Western Approaches trapped out 4 deep in the early part. Now Churchillian crossed and went to the lead. Western Approaches is able to track across into second place behind him, followed by Sungent, and then Zinders and Striking Gold is 3 deep as they go over the first crossing. A length and a half further back Dan Gambin, followed by Noble Metal on the fence, and then Sir Slant, and 2 lengths away last Moville Peter. Churchillian is over racing in front as they go down the back. He's pulling pretty hard, led by a length on Western Approaches. Running third, Striking Gold also pulling, and then Sungent, followed by Zinders between horses. A little more than a length to Dan Gambin on the outside of Sir Slant, a length to Noble Metal, and 1.5 away Moville Peter. At the 1200 mark, and the Kiwi Churchillian pulling in front, led by a length on Western Approaches. A length to Striking Gold, who looks to have settled a little better now. He is travelling 3 wide around that turn. Sungent on the fence and Zinders in between them. A length further back, Dan Gambin, followed by Sir Slant. 2 to Noble Metal and Moville Peter last as they come to the crossing at the 800 mark. Churchillian about a half length on Western Approaches, with Striking Gold whipping up now to make a line of 3 at the 800 mark. 2 to Sungent on the inside of Zinders, and 3 deep as Dan Gambin. A length and a half to Sir Slant, followed by Noble Metal, and Moville Peter on the outside as last. 600 out as they near the turn, a line of 3 leaders. Churchillian on the fence, Western Approaches in the centre, and Striking Gold on the outside as they swing the corner, followed by Zinders. Sungent on the fence under pressure, and then Dan Gambin, and Noble Metal is now pulled wide as they come over the rise, with Moville Peter on the extreme outside. Topping the hill now, and it's Striking Gold on the outside, getting to the lead over Western Approaches and Churchillian, and they're well clear of Dan Gambin. Striking Gold wants to run about a bit. He's veered out past the middle of the track. He's clear of Western Approaches. Churchillian is boxing on strongly, and here's Dan Gambin with a late rush. Striking Gold won't go straight. He's all over the place. Dan Gambin trying to get to him, but Striking Gold, despite racing erratically, wins it well from either Dan Gambin wide out or Sir Slant, which got home well, and then Western Approaches and Churchillian, followed by Moville Peter, Sungent and Zinders, and Noble Metal is weakened again to run last. Striking Gold, Mark Newnham, came down the straight like a 2-year-old. Striking Gold, he wanted to get right off the track over the last 200, but still held too many guns for them. Striking Gold, $4.30 and $1.70 as we go back to the cricket.
Thank you, Johnny. Mike Newman there on Striking Gold.
Striking gold. Well, Craig McDermott struck gold here at the Gabba with 2 early wickets. 1, 9 and 8. $4.30 and $1.70 for striking gold, number 1, race 6 at Randwick.
Russell. This year, and if he runs well today, he could well be making the trip across again. Line just about ready. Second last on the program. And it's quite a blustery day here now. Cannonade's rider wasn't quite set. He's getting back into the saddle. Cannonade about to settle there as the rider resumes his seat. Fleet Dancer stands up well for Travis Harrison. Just about ready to go. Line better. There's the light. Away they go. And Top Flash on the inside, one of the first to jump out from 10 Touch, who began well and out quickly also. English Mustard. Pax a Million was away quickly and going fast as Long 10, followed by Naruma Guy and Fleet Dancer travelling up towards the leader. Dropping in behind them then is Cannonade. A bit further back in the field, then over around the outsider is a Diamond Heist, followed by Royal Snack, dropping out second last, and Tusk Hunter is last of all. Along the side, 1,600 metres left to go. Good tussle for the lead here between Fleet Dancer on the outside and Naruma Guy. A length and a half to Long 10 over on the inside of Pax a Million as they climb the hill. 2 lengths to Diamond Heist on the outside of Send Touch. 2.5 lengths further back as Top Flash, being followed by Cannonade. 3 lengths to English Mustard, followed by Royal Snack and Tusk Hunter. They're climbing the hill. 1,250 metres left to go. Naruma Guy just in advance of Fleet Dancer. 1.5 further back than is Long 10 on the inside, and they were being closely followed a bit further back in the field there by Diamond Heist, and up on the outside there is Send Touch. A length further back behind them. At the head of the others came Top Flash, being followed next by Cannonade. Down the side they race now, and here's a good tussle for the lead. It's over on the inside, Naruma Guy and Fleet Dancer matching strides. A length and a half to Long 10 and Pax a Million. Send Touch behind them. They're followed by Diamond Heist. A length and a half to Top Flash. A bit further back is English Mustard. Then came Cannonade, followed by Royal Snack and Tusk Hunter. Coming up the side at the 650 metre mark, and the leaders here jointly are in Naruma Guy and Fleet Dancer, about a length and a half clear of Long 10. Is that a beautiful run, the favourite? He's over on the inside there of Pax a Million, being followed by Diamond Heist, hard ridden. Then came Send Touch as they make the home turn, followed by Top Flash, and further back Cannonade. They sweep around the turn, and Fleet Dancer's hit the front now. Long 10 in the clear is running on pretty well. So is Pax a Million down the outside, and Diamond Heist is back behind them. Halfway down the running, and Long 10 had raced up on the outside. Send Touch has got through along the rails, is finishing on. Send Touch on the inside, and Long 10 is settling down to fight it out. Send Touch on the inside, and Long 10 the outer. Send Touch, they're going to the line, locked together, and very tight. Very tight, Send Touch and Long 10, wide third Tusk Hunter, followed by Royal Snack and Top Flash, and back behind them then would be Fleet Dancer and Diamond Heist from Pax a Million, then Cannonade, followed by next to last Naruma Guy and last English Mustard.
Just to go back, Long 10 got up at Caulfield in race 7, paid $2.30 and $1.40. Send Touch 220. Tusk Hunter paid $3.70 for the place, but Send Touch looked as though he might get up on the inside. Long 10, the favourite, did it. Lots of Natraville handicap, 2,000 metres, and here's Johnny Tapp.
Requires a push, and there he goes. Noble Toff into the stalls. Now the blue colours and red cap belong to Sprint By, unbeaten in 3 runs so far. Although we had the news this morning that the race he won 2 starts back at Canterbury has been taken off him because he returned a positive swab to a substance called clenbuterol, which is a derivative of Ventipulmin, a veterinary product that is administered to horses who have breathing difficulties as a result of a cold. And Gai Waterhouse was let off with a $5,000 fine. So Sprint By, if he wins this, all he's doing is recouping the losses. Now, the last couple have moved up and they're set and ready for dispatch. They're set. Off and running, and Noble Toff is a shade slow to move, and so too is Birdcage Walk, dropping back towards the tail. First out, Double Twirl. Jovial Lord began well. Celestial Empire on the fence as Close Handy on settling down. Right up there with them in the early part is Sprint By, followed by Soup Kitchen. Bar Flirt has begun well from a wide gate. He's out very deep early. Noble Toff is improving quickly between horses, followed by Blazing Thoughts at Astra midfield. Further back then in the run to the first turn, Lucky Dip, followed by The Plough, and dropping out outlast Birdcage Walk. It's a good tussle for the lead on the first corner, and we have 3 leaders now. On the fence is Double Twirl, Par Round in the centre. Jovial Lord on the outside makes a line of 3. Sprint By is in a nice posse between runners. Soup Kitchen 3 deep. On the fence, Celestial Empire. A length and a half Ad Astra, followed by Bar Flirt. Then Noble Toff and Lucky Dip, and well back Blazing Thoughts, followed closely by Birdcage Walk and the Plough. Tightly packed at the 600 mark as they near the turn. Par Round and Double Twirl are the 2 leaders, and they've come away from Jovial Lord. Sprint By is waiting for a gap. On the fence, Celestial Empire. Soup Kitchen is 4 and 5 deep on the turn, and then Ad Astra, followed by Bar Flirt and Lucky Dip as they turn the corner. Coming over the rise now, Par Round and Double Twirl are the 2 leaders. Sprint By, let loose by Carmody, has rushed up to them quickly, and Sprint By with that very familiar turn of foot has dashed to the lead past the 200 mark. Soup Kitchen is running on. Bar Flirt down the outside, and then Double Twirl and Celestial Empire, but Sprint By is well clear inside the 100 mark, and he's going to recoup some of the losses after losing that race at Canterbury. And Sprint By beat the fast finishing Ad Astra second, Bar Flirt third, followed by Double Twirl. Birdcage Walk made up plenty of ground, then Celestial Empire, Soup Kitchen, Lucky Dip and the Plough, followed by Noble Toff, Par Round, and the last couple of Jovial Lord and Blazing Thoughts.
Sprint By, the winner there at Randwick. Our caller Johnny Tapp. Sports from Fuchu, Tokyo, and coverage 5:15 p.m. Australian Eastern Summertime. Now that's Japan Cup.
Those are the results for you of race 7 from Randwick. Sprint By paying $1.10 and $2.